Can we have one more holiday? Please, just like one more special thing to do after a whole month of doing this? Yes, you can, and it's called Simhat Torah. Greetings, hero design, your friendly neighborhood rabbi, and I'm here today to talk to you about Simhat Torah, pronounced in other communities as Simhat Torah or Simhat Torah. However you pronounce it, it means rejoicing in the Torah, and this is the last celebration of all the celebrations of the fall Jewish holidays. And as such, it is not actually a biblical holiday, but something that sort of emerged in the rabbinic period of about the first century of the Common Era. And where it comes from is by either design or coincidence. By the time all of the holidays are done, we actually finish reading the Torah for the year, meaning our weekly divisions of readings have gotten us all the way through Sefer Devarim, or the book of Deuteronomy, and we run out of Torah scroll. So what do? We roll it back up to the beginning and start over. And this always happens right around Shmini Atzeret. Shmini Atzwa? Watch the last video. And just as much as Shmini Atzeret is like the long goodbye of Sukkot, Simchat Torah is like the long goodbye of Shmini Atzeret. If you're in a community where Shmini Atzeret is celebrated for one day, then Simchat Torah happens that night at the end of Shmini Atzeret. And if you're in a place where Shmini Atzeret is observed for 2 days, that second day is Simchat Torah. So in either case, the day after the first day of Shmini Atzeret is Simchat Torah. Only some places it's observed as a second day of a festival day, and some days it's observed as a non-biblical holiday that's just like a regular weekday, but you get to go party about the Torah. And this is a celebration that's not so much about the fact that we received the Torah from God. That's what Shavuot is for, which is the second least well-known major Jewish holiday. Simchat Torah is all about celebrating our dedication to learning Torah, and in some places has become a celebration of Jewish pride as well. And how we typically celebrate Simchat Torah is by having a Torah service where we take the Torah out and we read it. But before we read it, we take it out of the ark and then we dance around the synagogue or whatever space you're celebrating in 7 times. And these 7 rotations are called hakafot. And each one begins with a different kind of textual intention and might have a different song that's being sung or multiple songs that's being sung. And people in the congregation are given the Torah scrolls to hold and dance with. And people will do like a circle dance around them. It's just this big, bodacious celebration with Torah scrolls and dancing with your community. It says, go us. We just read the Torah, the whole thing through another time, and we're about to start over. So after these 7 processions and 7 dancing sessions, we put the Torah scroll down. We read the very last passage of Deuteronomy or Devarim. It talks about the death of Moses and God burying Moses on the steppes of Moab. And then we be kind and rewind. That is, we take the physical scroll and we roll it all the way back to the beginning. This takes 2 sturdy individuals about 10, 15 minutes to do the whole thing. Some places, for the sake of time, will just take out a second scroll that's already rolled to the first part. Oh, that's no fun. But you do you. And once the scroll is either replaced or rewound, we read the first passage of Breshit, or Genesis, which means in the beginning, and we read about creation. And this cycle of annual Jewish learning begins again. Now, I said a minute ago, in addition to celebrating Jewish learning, we're also often celebrating Jewish pride. It happens that in many places, especially fun places, that dancing around the synagogue will spill out into the parking lot or spill out into the street even. In some communities where it's safe to do this, Jews will actually dance the Torah scroll around the block just to show how happy we are to have Torah, how happy we are to have each other. And there were accounts of this even happening decades ago in the Soviet Union, where it was dangerous to identify yourself as a Jewish person in public. Even in places like that, people would take the Torah scrolls and dance with them out in public as a symbol of Jewish pride. We're here, we've been here for a long time, we're not going anywhere, and we're super psyched about that. Hero, it is bittersweet for me to say to you that that's it for this video, because that's 30 videos now about the Jewish fall holidays. Simchat Torah is the last holiday of this, but just like in Shmini Atzeret, which is like the long goodbye, we do have one more video in this series. Next time I want to talk about things that I've learned making this, things that I've learned from you, comments that we've got over the course of this series. I feel like we built a little community with this, and I want to talk about that in the next video, plus give you information on how to stay connected with me so that we can keep learning together. One last time, if you are just joining us, make sure you click on the first link you see in the show notes below to get connected to this entire series of a 31 video Fall Jewish Holiday Learning Challenge, or click on that handy dandy autumn leaf colored and shaped square over there. I'm so grateful to have done all this learning with you, and I can't wait to see what we're going to learn next. Until next time, hero, peace. Can we have one more holiday? Please, just like one more special thing to do after a whole month of doing this?